Hey guys, I want to talk to you about our treble warm-up. So what do we want to do with warm-ups? We want to prepare the body properly for what's about to happen, raise the heart rate, prepare the ligaments and the tendons and the musculature, and kind of just get you ready for what's about to happen. Our warm-up that we do, we've been doing this for quite a while. We like to blend in a little bit of training, give you a little bit of variability, and make it a little bit more specific to your own needs. So typically what we do with the warm-up is we have the treble warm-up. It's about a 15-minute warm-up. We pick 5 different movements, 5 different types of movements. So we have a squatting movement, an upper body pull, upper body push, hip flexion, and then hip extension. We pick each of those movements and we do it for 1 minute, and we do each of those movements for 3 rounds. That's where you get your 15 minutes. Based on your level of ability, your goals, and then also like the goal of the day, things may be a little bit different. So I just wrote down a few little notes on different ideas for different types of movements. If you want to see here, we wrote down the squat, the pull, the push, the hip extension, hip flexion. So I also wrote down, you're just trying to kind of get like a general warm up. You don't even really know yet what it is that you want to do. Here's like some just like options for movements. If you're trying to get like a burn, you're trying to get more of like a stamina hit, a cardiorespiratory hit, then you would do this kind of second category, second row. And then third, the splits, the strength training. If you're trying to have like a logical progression for strength training that you've been incorporating with your gymnastic strength training and your barbell strength training, this might be a good category for you. So we're going to start off with the squats. You're just trying to get like a good warm up in. The reverse lunge is awesome, right? Do reverse lunges. You're trying to get like more of a burn. You're trying to get that heart rate up. Trying to like get after it. Jumping lunges are a great option. For strength training, the split squat, right? Do 5 on your left leg, 5 on your right leg for 1 round. You do that for 3 rounds. You add load, 15 pounds 1 week, 20 pounds the next week, that kind of stuff. This is not inclusive. You could mix and match these, but this is just kind of like a general guideline. For the upper body pull, the ring row, right? You're just like, man, I only slept 2 hours last night, and I'm just happy to be here. I don't even want to think about it. Cool. Get the ring set up, do some ring rows. You're trying to get a burn. Once again, jumping chest to bar. Set up a box that's appropriate. With the bar, jumping chest to bar, smoke you. As far as like basic strength training, the chin up could once again integrate great with our gymnastic strength training and our barbell strength training. For the upper body push, you have push-ups. Maybe it's an elevated push-up, maybe it's a push-up on the floor. I wrote down push-up again if you're trying to get a burn, but this is probably going to be more like you're hitting it harder. One thing you got to make sure that we're maintaining good standards, good quality range of motion. We're not like worming with our hips staying on the ground when the shoulders come up off the ground. So the push-up is a good option, and then the strict ring dip is a great one to build up if you're looking at some like progressive training. Hip extension. You got the band of good morning is a good go-to. I like the band better than the bar for a number of reasons, which if you have any questions about that, ask me. The Russian kettlebell swing, you're trying to hit it hard. Russian kettlebell swing, I also wrote down the Russian kettlebell swing from a strength training standpoint. You could start off with like say the 35 pounder, the 44, whatever. You build up to like 15 reps, then you would build up to the 53, for 15 reps. So you start with 8 each round, then 9, then 10. Build up to the 70 pounder, right? Get a nice, good week-to-week long linear progression there. As far as hip extension goes, the tuck hang's a good one. You could kind of add in, that's a static movement. We could add in like a super slow sit-up. That's a good one if you're really trying to get after it. That sit-up's a really good one. It's not going to limit you. Usually, you can get upwards of a minute of the sit-up before you really have to kind of break on that one. And by the time that minute's up, then you're moving on to some different stimulus. And then the tuck hang's great for strength training. Maybe you're trying to build up to an L hang, right? So you start with the tuck hang and you do like 2 sets of 15 seconds each round, then 2 sets of 16, upwards of 2 sets of 20. Then eventually you might try to work on extending, that leg out there. So in summary, we've got our basic treble warm-up. It's a great way to warm up your body for what's about to happen with our training. The main point of this video is if you're coming in and you are the type of person that wants to have like a thoughtful, long, drawn-out plan, that's awesome. We can help you. If you're the type of person that's like, man, I'm just trying to come in and clear my head, and I just need to exercise for an hour, for my mental sanity, absolutely awesome. We can help you. All of those are fine goals. We just need to have a conversation between you and your coach about, what are your goals? What are you willing to sacrifice? What do you prioritize in your life? And then if we know that, then we can help, establish either your exercise program or your training program accordingly. Once again, you have any questions, reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.